Wet and windy Wales is waiting for Leeds United, but they usually enjoy their days out in Wales. Also waiting for Leeds is top spot in the Championship. The pressure is on, but the pressure is always on at Leeds United. For Swansea City, dawn breaks on a new era. New majority owners, but familiar faces. Investors that hope to chase the storm clouds away and let the sun shine on this place again. Well, Leeds looking to produce here. Allinson was amongst those waiting in the middle. And Leeds will get the first corner kick of this contest. Joe Rodon amongst those waiting in the box, and Rodon rises. And James was lurking at the far post, but there's the first warning from Leeds to Swansea.
I'll tell you what, should he do better? That's the question. It's well worked. The ball, he has to overstretch, doesn't he, Dan James? And that's why I think just not getting the perfect contact, but goal was certainly gaping.
There's Solomon. Solomon sending that ball in and dealt with by Kabanga.
I'll tell you what, there's a great tempo to the game, isn't there, from both sides? You can see, it's not just all about keeping the football, but you can see there's real authority with both sides wanting to get into them final thirds.
Now Ronaldo driving at Bogle. Tanaka came across on the cover, but has committed the foul.
Well, he plays such a key role in this Leeds side, doesn't he? And being that defensive pivot where he has to clean up anything that's coming towards the back line, just as tries to skip past Bogle.
Grimes and Joe Allen are the two who are standing over this. The stage left to Grimes. Swansea City stun Leeds United. The leaders in waiting have been floored.
Well, the delivery from Grimes, it is brilliant, it really is. Right below us here where he puts pace, whip, bends away from the goalkeeper. The big question mark is Leeds defending here. Harry Darling, it looks far too easy. He just drifts into the box, he's onside. No one goes with him and just cushions it in. That possession play, really asking enough questions, I think. Sitting back in games, you can understand what they're trying to certainly cause, but I think turning the side over quite quickly as they did do, you do feel that that'll be the danger. They haven't done that since.
There's James on the front foot. Dan James unsavagely squared it. And he did the right thing. Dan James on his return, setting up the goal for Manor Solomon. And that is the response of contenders.
He just repays a favour, doesn't he? The balls have been coming in and getting dealt with defensively, but the defence splitting past, the run from Dan James. I said today, this is where he could really ignite his season, and he does it brilliantly. I'll tell you what, Solomon holds his run perfectly. It's one of them where easily been offside, but unselfish, right into the area where he's just got a simple tap in. How many wide men, centre forwards would have just gone alone? No, not Dan James. He puts it on a plate and they're back in the game.
Now Grimes, one season on loan at Leeds under Gary Monk. Admits not too many will remember him for those Leeds days, but this could be a moment to remember for Ronaldo and Swansea City. It's Cullen!
Like that, and what he's having at the moment, I mean, you wouldn't say it's the cleanest of strikes, but it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, just look where the goals come from, back to front again. Grimes instigating, just pocket picked, but the run was absolutely brilliant, it really was. But Harris has gone back over to that far side, and then the cut back. I wouldn't say it's brilliant by any stretch. There's still an awful lot to do for him, Cullen, but if it's going to fall to anyone, you want it to fall to him, and there's a slight nick, isn't there? As that ball just goes into the goal, it just forces it away from Meliar.
Tanaka stands his ground again. Now Roden. Bogle. James in plenty of space here and plenty happening to his left. Dan James looking for Joel Piru, it's an own goal! Ben Cabango went sliding in to try and prevent it, but he only succeeded in sending the ball into the back of his own net. And Leeds United are not letting this go. Dan James involved again.
Big goal this is for Leeds. Equaliser gone. Ben Cabango cannot do a thing at all. They win the ball back, but look how quick they move forward. Dan James on his line. I think Harry Darling just trying to catch him offside. Like the first goal for Leeds, played across, unselfish. There's no way in this earth Ben Cabango can generate that ball away from the goal. Possibility of an overload with Dan James going and pushing more central.
Well, that's the side which has caused Swansea major problems. Strauch. Byram's got free this time in behind Ronald. He's onside. Sam Byram, and it's finished off beautifully. Swansea looking for the flag. It's not forthcoming. Manor Solomon was not hanging around, and Leeds United, for the first time here, hit the front.
Well, it's unbelievable. They're asking questions in Whitestone. Let's just have another look at this, because he gets switched back across. Let's go Strout. I'll tell you what, he's not offside at all, is he? There's an acres of space, everyone switches off, and then it's pick what you want to do, and it's just an easy, simple pass into Solomon's path himself, and all he's got to do is contact, get the purchase. He does, get off the underside of the bar.
Swansea look to try and change the scoreline. There's Harris. Cullen. Bianchini waiting, but unable to get to it.
Oh, what a ball. Bianchini must have thought Christmas has come early for him. Well worked. Look at this for delivery. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. All it needs is a real solid connection.
There's Cabango. His own goal levelled things up second time around for Leeds. Now Grimes. Key, again he stepped in field. It's away from Gilavogi. He's done well as Key. He's picked out Timon. Collins in the middle, so too is Abdullahi, who sends his header over the top.
Oh, well worked. Brilliant. Bit of play from Swansea. Josh Key, who's been excellent. Drifting into them little areas where he just instigates the ball wide, the cross. Abdullahi, I think that might be his first touch.
Darling. There's Grimes. Now Key. He's lining one up. And Melier responds.
Cameras at the ready, for sure.
I can't believe you're talking about cameras. Lee Hendry. Leeds a few minutes away from hitting top spot in the Championship. Driven in by Timon. Bianchini gets to it! There's always a twist in the Championship! There is always a twist in the Championship! And Swansea City could be ripping up Leeds United's plans to get to the Championship summit.
That's the Swansea City equaliser.
brilliant. I mean, everything about the goal, it really is his time and delivery. And look, the pace on the ball, fantastic.
Well, we've got another 6 minutes yet. Bianchini, who was playing second-tier football with Bastia in France last season, brought in by Luke Williams, who feels the more games he plays, the better he'll get. A big moment for him there, but Leeds looking for another big moment of their own. Dan James, Gnonto, onside, Gnonto! This is incredible! What is happening here? The championship is serving up a feast again, and Willie Gnonto may just have put Leeds top again. Unbelievable.
What am I seeing? Guess who's at the heart of this? Tanaka is a touch. The ball inside here. There's an overload. Dan James again. What a through ball this is. I mean, inches. Wilfried Gnonto times his run to perfection. Yes, he just makes sure he hits the target off the instep. A Figueroa in goal. And unbelievably, Leeds take the lead yet again in this match. Outrageous.
Well, it's been a game of margins, 2 tight calls for Leeds United goals, but right calls. Still we play on, but not for too much longer. Just when you think you've seen everything in the championship, you get a game, you get a day like this. Leeds United climb to the top of the championship in the most dramatic of ways. Just when it looked like it'd been snatched away from them, Willie Gnonto stepped up to deliver a massive goal for Leeds United. They swat Swansea away and elbow those ahead of them out of the way. Leeds United are top of the championship, and that will send out a warning to the rest. But what about what Swansea City did here today? Twice they led, and then twice they tried to get back into it. They thought they'd taken a point when Bianchini levelled late on, but then came Willie Gnonto.